Now Magic with the ball. He's made 4 out of 6 threes. The ball in low to James Worthy. Worthy's got a man open. It's Cooper for a three-pointer. He didn't take it. He gives the ball to Woolridge. He comes underneath. Slam dunks, foul, Benjamin. Hey, how about that? Right in the face of Benjamin.
So I want to welcome everybody to a new series called Player Report, where I take a random player from the past and I give you some insight on their time playing basketball. For example, I'll be going over college, NBA, their career stats, the accolades, that sort of thing, so that you can know more about the player that I'm talking about. For the first episode of the series, we'll be going over LA Clipper disappointment, Benoit Benjamin. Now, I don't know if I would call him a bust, but by the end of the video, you'll be able to decide for yourself. Benoit Benjamin, nicknamed Big Ben, is a 7-foot, 250-pound center who played with the Clippers, Nets, Supersonics, Bucks, Lakers, 76ers, Grizzlies, Raptors, and Cavaliers throughout 15 seasons in the league. Benoit was born November 22, 1964 in Monroe, Louisiana, where he'd grow up. To begin the analysis of his career, I'll start with his time at Creighton. While in college, Benoit would average 17.7 points per game on 56% from the field, 11.3 rebounds per game, 1.7 assists per game, 0.7 steals per game, and a very impressive 4.6 blocks per game. His most impressive averages would be put up in his third and final year in college, as Benoit would put up 21.5 points per game on 58% from the field, 14.1 rebounds per game, 2.1 assists per game, 0.8 steals per game, and 5.1 blocks per game. Sadly, that season would end in disappointment as Creighton would miss the NCAA tournament and finish the season 20-12 after losing its last 6 games. Despite this, Benoit was still seen as a top-tier player and was expected to go very high in the draft. NBA legend Willis Reed, who was the coach of Creighton at the time, would say, "From the standpoint of pure, raw basketball talent, you won't find too many guys with the tools Ben has, but it's going to take time." Benoit Benjamin's NBA career started when he was chosen with the 3rd pick of the 1985 draft by the Los Angeles Clippers. Benoit Benjamin would start his career slowly. He would have an okay rookie season, even putting up 2.6 blocks per game, but Benoit was not the answer the Clippers were looking for as they still finished the season 30-52. To add on to that, there was a lingering problem of laziness. Don Chaney, who coached Benjamin for his first 2 seasons, would claim that Benoit was his own worst enemy and that he showed up to camp at 270 pounds after claiming he weighed 245 pounds. Benoit's second season in the league wouldn't go over any better as he would continue to be mediocre at best, and the Clippers would finish the season with an atrocious 12-70 record, which is tied for the 6th worst season of all time. Benoit's best season would come in 1988 to 1989, where he would appear in 79 games and average 16.4 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks. Despite this, the Clippers would finish the season 21-61. More than anything, this year proved that Benoit would never be the player that the Clippers needed to bounce back. To sum up Benoit's time as a Clipper, I'll be using words from legendary commentator Dick Vitale after a January 1988 game versus the Bucks. "He has a 0 on his back, but he should add another 0. I give him a 0 for his offensive attitude, a 0 for his defensive attitude, and a 0 for his mental attitude. He's an absolute flat-out disgrace to everyone that's ever worn a basketball uniform." The Clippers would finally give up on Benoit in the 1990-1991 season when he would be traded to the Supersonics for center Olden Polynice and 2 first-round picks. The rest of his career would play out in disappointing fashion, with Benoit never reaching his true potential. He would spend 2.5 seasons with the Sonics, going to the playoffs twice, with the most success coming in 1992 when they would move past the first round. He would reach the playoffs one more time in 1994 while playing for the Nets, where they would lose in the first round. Benoit finished his career having played 15 seasons and 807 games, averaging 27 minutes per game. His career averages are 11.4 points, 7.5 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 0.6 steals, 2 blocks, and 2.3 turnovers while shooting just below 50% from the field. Benoit is currently 2nd all-time in blocks, 8th all-time in rebounds, and 5th all-time in turnovers for the Clippers franchise. Benoit also once recorded 10 blocks in a game, making him one of only 44 players to ever do so. Benoit Benjamin was a skilled basketball player who had the tools for greatness but never seemed to properly utilize those tools. It's very possible that we would be talking about Benoit with some of the best centers ever if only he had more motivation and drive. The Big Ben we got can be described only as a decent role player with superb shot blocking ability at his best, and a losing underachiever with a poor attitude and terrible turnover rate at his worst.